It's been a fantastic conference, fantastic few days. You know it's fantastic because you're tired at the end, so it means you've been thinking a lot. It's been a great group of people. There's been a lot of debate, a lot of discussion, a lot of energy, and a lot of, I think, new networks have been developing.
It's not just the invitation, but the motivation to create networks, to be able to understand what other players, especially those who receive funding from ESRC and DfID, because I learned yesterday about projects related to agriculture, violence, and so forth, which may not actually be our primary focus, but it helps to broaden our perspective when it comes to engaging in research for generating impact.
It's a fantastic opportunity to meet with old friends and meet lots of new people and hear lots of new things. And yeah, I mean, for instance, I found one project on transport that I knew nothing about, where there are very clear links that I need to pursue. Yeah, really useful.
I'm coming from the implementer's point of view, right? So whatever researchers are putting on the table, it's us who normally take that into practice and produce tangible results. So it's also giving us, particularly myself, a chance to even, meet face to face with some of the renowned researchers and even challenge some of the work that they've done.
It was very, very exciting to be able to hear about work and to kind of get outside my silo, because in education, we kind of know the lie of the land, we know who works on what.
It turned out that in looking at all the projects that have been funded, my project is the only one that's conceptual or philosophical. So I wanted to just advocate for a particular kind of work, kind of sort of say, look, this work is important as well, and I think that it could have long-term implications.
I went to the Impact Initiative workshop in Cambridge a couple of weeks back, which was one of the cross-cutting sectors from the Impact Initiative. I think it's gender, technology and disability. So that was a really good opportunity to meet people who are also doing research on disability issues, and really, linking it to this conference, I would like to have that opportunity to sort of, enable people to know what our research is about, but also to think about how they could put a disability component or bring disability issues out in their own research. And I think that would be a really key achievement if we could do that.
I think often your funders are the people who you can have some of the best conversations with. And so I've spent quite a lot of time having conversations about how we can support researchers in the Global South to have more control over the research agenda, over research budgets, and over their intellectual property rights. And I've found them extremely receptive to these conversations.
Some policies are like Marmite, or you either love it or hate it. I think that's quite an interesting one.
So I think that one of the real things that I've sort of take away from this is realising that the locus of change can be in a variety of different places, and that if we always have extremely high expectations, as we do, we want to change the world, but if we always have extremely high expectations that we're going to change things at scale, that we're going to work to influence the shape of policy and its implementation, we might be missing quite a lot. And a lot of the researchers here demonstrated that the work they do with community groups and bottom-up approaches is really a very useful place to affect change. We should look for opportunities, across that spectrum.